Again, this is eBike Bert on the same trail here, going back. Maybe I think I'll be going with the wind, it won't be so cold. I like to keep my videos between 20 and 30 minutes. And I got my GoPro in front of me, which you can see. I also have it on a preview or it shows me what the camera sees. And we're coming up on the left. Thank you. She heard me and looked. I don't know if he did or not. Here comes a guy with his kids on the bikes. You come ahead, that's fine. Hey, that's cool. Out with the kids. Hey. You're the first walker that's ever passed me. I see he had his earbuds. He couldn't hear a word I said. Which is dangerous. For criminals that are stalking and looking for someone to knock down and rob, they look for a soft target. And someone with earbuds is a soft target because they can't hear anything that's around, not a thing. Even when I was talking directly at him just a few feet away, he didn't even hear me. That's one of the secrets of safety when you're hiking or e-biking. If you have to have an earbud, only do one, so you can hear what's around you. Only one. Now usually I ring my bell a little sooner that coming out of there because that's blind. But I was talking. Shouldn't have been talking. But it's part of being situation awareness. Your hearing, not just what you see, but what you hear, will help you and protect you. I remember I went around one guy. See, I look for, when I'm coming up behind people, I look for wires coming out. If there's a wire coming from each ear, then you got two. They got both earbuds and they can't hear me. But I still call out and ring the bell. But I remember I was slowing down and coming behind a walker who was on another path. And I was slowing way down, ringing the bell, which is, it rings sharper than what you hear on the video. And I'm yelling out, calling out, on your left, on your, ding, 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 as I went around him, slowly, very slowly. As I went around him, he jumped. Whoa, he jumped up and started swearing at me. I wanted to go back and say, you know, if you didn't have those things in your ears, you could probably would have heard me coming and calling and ringing the bell. But all that would have done would have escalated the confrontation. He's already mad. And that probably would have implemented a very serious confrontation. So I just kept going. But I watch for those physical signs. And the other thing I emphasize is the camera does not show you the speed. Actually, it actually shows that you're going faster than I really am. But what it does not show is the angle of descent or climb on the trail. That's because the camera and the bike is parallel with the trail, no matter how steep it is. But it doesn't show it because we've been on one trail was really steep. It doesn't show that. And I hit this. I missed. I didn't miss it. I hit it. That was quite a steep grade there. But like I say, I have shocks on this thing because my tush likes to have kush. Hello. I hope that's acceptable language on YouTube. I've heard worse. It's after 5 o'clock. No wonder it's starting to get cool. No, it's not. That's 5 minutes of riding. Kind of neat, these people that live right here. Their backyard is right on the trail. And if they're walkers or hikers or bikers, they got it right at their back step here. But at least I can ride my bike from my home to many trails here. I do have a carrier. Next year I'll probably put a trailer hitch on there so I can put the carrier on it, because the carrier is very heavy. This is almost an 80-pound bike. But right now I have a lot of trails I can ride my bike to, which I'm thankful for. On your left. Thank you. He didn't react at all, but at least I called out, so he was hugging the right side. But I, slowed down. Maybe he heard me, maybe he didn't. Didn't look like he had earbuds in, but it's an older guy like me, so maybe he can't hear. Who knows? Ooh, see, now this is really steep. You can probably hear my brakes grinding because I'm really holding them back. If I'd let her go down this grade, I would have hit over 20 mile an hour easy. As much as I ride these trails, but with all their curves and turns and hills, I think this is how I want to go. I still get kind of lost. Margraph's Lake, which this is not that trail, it's pretty straightforward, meaning it goes around the lake. Pretty consistent, hard to get lost there. Where this one has got trails coming on and right turns and left turns. As a kid in Chicago, we would have loved to have trails like this. There was a forest preserve. I lived in the southwest, and a little bit further, probably 10 miles or less further west, there was a Kickapoo National Forest, and it pretty much surrounded, I think, Chicago, but the only way to get to it was by car, but it was considered, I think, in the city limits. There was a dirt path, hiker's path, but we used to ride that with our heavy 26-inch bikes. So I guess, hello. So I guess we were road biking or mountain biking before there was a mountain bike. They were stopping for me. I didn't mean to have them slow down. That's why I'm going, why are they slowing down? They were stopping for me. And it's a crosswalk. That's why I said, oops, wanted to wave them on. I'm Chicago, I'm not used to people stopping for me. I will do it. Unbelievable. Here is holding traffic. Didn't mean to do that. See, they're slowing down here now. Thank you. I guess that's the Minnesota nice. Where I grew up in Chicago, and the bikes, you either get out of their way or you gotta run over. Maybe not quite that bad, but not far from it. Usually they'd honk at you and swerve around you. Now there's a path right here to my right. I don't think you can see it on the camera. But it's really a lot of trenches and tenting from the freezing. I don't like riding it. And I got a car coming up on my left. Like I say, you can't see my rear view mirror on my left handlebar extension, but I watch it pretty close. And I'm doing 20 mile an hour. That's as fast as this Class 2 e-bike will go. At least I could pedal, go faster, but I won't get any motor assist. I prefer riding a trail like we were doing because there's, no cars coming up on you, but I do ride the street. Haven't been down here for a while. It was blocked off. I think they were working on the path. It's more of a parking lot here than anything. Now, one of the big drawbacks against a bike this size, this 26-incher, is it's not as nimble in turning as a 20-incher. Ah, yeah, this is all blocked. Well, this has been repaved. I don't think this goes very far. But a 20-inch is a lot more nimble to turn U-turns and curves, tight curves, than this bike is. Maybe next year, when I can afford it, I'll get a 20-incher. Oh, this is nice. There we go, they see me. Hello. Thank you, I love it. I get a lot of comments on the bike like that. Yeah, it just goes up here into the residential area. Yeah, I go up to the first street. Some absolute beautiful homes. Nice lawns. Oops, I think I'll go back. I could get lost in here real quick. Alone with the iPhone and the GPS. I'm sure it'd get me back where I needed to go. It's got two on there. It's got a GPS street and a GPS trail. So if I'm on a trail and I need to find out how to get back, I can go to the GPS and press the trail and it'll take me on the trails. Yeah, this is really nice. And it's wide. A lot wider than the other trails are. And off to the right there is a drainage pond. Boy, that looks like it gets pretty deep. I'm on your right. Oh, you're good. I'm just slowing. I'm just letting you know I'm coming by you. Yeah, they did a nice job there. Actually, they maintain these paths pretty good. That's been repaved. There's another path here that they've repaved, and then they'll retar the grooves, or the, yeah, I guess the grooves, or the, can't think where it's tinted up, you know, the ridges. They've done a lot of retarring that. Now you get in the sun, it's pretty warm. You get over into the shade and it's cold. It's pretty cold. Okay. This I think we'll take her up a little bit more. If you sit with me while we, oh, there we go, now I can go. That car is going to turn, so I'm letting them go. Yeah. Yeah, they patched that too, right in the middle of the street there. That was a very deep hole. Yeah, we are on the far east side of the Minneapolis-St. Paul Twin City area. I'm not going to give you my address, but you can see street signs. The street on my right is Tamarack. I have mentioned this before, but maybe some new viewers, that these paths, like I was riding down in through the woods, and then I'm riding now, this e-bike is legal here, because under the statute, I forgot the number, 166 something, I think. I've researched it because I want to be legal. Under the statute, the e-bikes are classified as bicycles. No, they are not mopeds. But the maximum wattage on an e-bike to be on these paths is 750 watt. Anything over that is illegal. And yeah, you can get them up to 1,000 and more watts, but then they're illegal on the paths. You got to stay in the street. Now those you might have to license and insure, but I do not know for sure. I do not have to license this e-bike or insure it. And over to 750, I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't researched that because I don't have one. It may completely change the classification. But as long as I stay in at 750, and also I have to have functional pedals on here. If I take the pedals off and put pegs on it, I think then becomes a moped. Well, moped's it, but anyway. But if I take the pedals off and put pegs on it, it's no longer an e-bike. It's no longer a bike. I think then you get probably, I don't know, but I think then you got to license it as a motorcycle. But this has functional now. It doesn't just pedal. Functional pedals must have that to still keep the classification, which this is a classification 2. There are 3. This is class 2. Yeah, I haven't looked at my watch. I think it's getting, the sun's getting a little low, so it's getting a little cooler. I think I'm going into the wind here too. Yeah, we'll go down to where the street tees into another one. We'll turn around and come back and A lot of Halloween decorations. Yeah, here's where we're gonna turn around and go back. I'm always cautious. Traffic. We're clear. A little quick glance in my mirror and we're... Now, when we get down to Tamarack, it's a stop sign. You may see me go through that stop sign, but I will slow down and yield because it's pretty busy. But in August of 23, Minnesota passed a statute that they call it the Idaho stop law. I'm not required to stop at a stop sign. I am required to slow down and yield if necessary. Traffic lights, a different story. I'm required to obey them, which I do. I do obey the traffic lights. But this stop sign intersection is usually pretty busy, so I'm very careful with it. But you probably saw me on the trail go through a couple of stop signs, so that's why. But I was still slowing down and being cautious, and sometimes even stop. At one time, you probably saw me stop, and you didn't see cars were slowing down. I couldn't figure out why. Then I realized, oh, it was a pedestrian crossing. That's when I started waving them on. So I try to stop or slow down way before I get to that. Oh, goodness sake! I saw he was tied, so I knew he wasn't going to get me. The other thing I carry is a canister of pepper spray. In my upper pocket here, it's quick to address, quick to get. So four-legged or two-legged critters come at me, I will defend myself. See, you know, this is really busy, really busy. I'm going to go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, you stopping? Yep, he is. Good. Thank you. I don't look like he might have just zipped by, but some people don't apply the brakes until they're right on the sign. So you got to watch. The one that is responsible for my safety is me. Yeah. Okay. We're back from ride 2 today. Nice day, a little cool, but we're back. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed the ride with me as I enjoy making the ride. Until we see you next time, this is eBike Bert saying we'll see you on the trail.